Hello everyone, my name is Majida and I have a little sketchbook tour for you I thought you might like to see. This is the Strathmore Tone Tan Paper sketchbook. It has 50 sheets. It's great for sketching and it's also great for different mediums such as marker and Prisma Premier color pencils and Faber-Castell. You can also use these with Crayola color pencils. Of course, it may not be as visible in terms of the paper showing up on the paper as using maybe the Faber-Castell or Prismacolor, but this is really good paper. And if you haven't used tone tan paper or gray toned paper, I would suggest that you give it a try. It's really fun. Though if you're using markers, I would also suggest that you use an additional sheet of paper in between the pages to avoid bleeding on the other side of the page, because that can happen depending on the type of marker you're using and how many passes you make with the marker. Okay. Now, I haven't filled all 50 sheets, but we're going to see what we have so far. This is my Jasmine study from the animated movie Aladdin. This was my very first attempt at using Prisma Premier color pencils. And if you're familiar with using various types of color pencils, you might notice some beginner mistakes, but I enjoyed this study, creating this study, and it was definitely a learning experience. And I look forward to another Jasmine study, and I'd like to see how well I could do now versus 2017. Let's go ahead to the next page. Here we have my fan study of Belle and the Prince of the film Beauty and the Beast. This is the end scene in the film during the time that the spell was broken. I attempted to get the glow effect that occurred at the end of the film, but I don't think I did a very good job with that, as I think I should have tried some different coloring techniques, and perhaps I would have done a slightly better job on that. But overall, I'm pretty happy with the way this turned out, and I definitely learned something while doing this study. This was finished on December 13th, 2017, according to the date that I put here on the page. I think this turned out fairly well, considering this was only my second attempt at using color pencils, specifically Prisma Premier pencils. Fun little fact, I also used a hint of Crayola pencil on a small section of this drawing. Can you guess which section it is? If so, feel free to leave a comment, because I would love to see if you were able to guess. This is my Lady and the Tramp fan study, and I really enjoyed this. I really loved the animation and art style of the film, and I felt inspired to do a study of these two characters. The little dogs in the film are adorable, and I'll probably do another study in the near future. Perhaps the spaghetti scene. That scene is also super cute, and this was fun. Though I can definitely tell that I could have taken a bit more time layering and coloring. But again, I was a beginner, and I still am a beginner. I'm still learning and trying to understand exactly how to use the pencils to achieve a specific look. But overall, this is pretty good, I think. On to the next page. This is my Briar Rose study, or Princess Aurora, as she's called in the film, Sleeping Beauty. And this, of course, she's with the prince. I really enjoy the film Sleeping Beauty. I love the art style and the animation and the singing. It's just a beautiful movie to watch and listen to. And I felt inspired again to do a study of this. I think some portions turned out better than others. Again, I was a super noob at the time. And in many ways, I'm still very new with the color pencils. If I could do some things again, I would probably take my time a bit more to blend more carefully. I would also not use as much of the white jelly roll, because I feel like it's kind of distracting away from the drawing itself. But overall, it's not bad. I learned something through this study as well. As you know, when you draw and you practice enough, you're bound to learn something. And I definitely learned a few things while creating this study. On to the next page. This is my study of Gadget Hack Wrench from the cartoon series Rescue Rangers. I used to watch the cartoon series quite often when I was a kid, and I have a lot of fond memories of that show, and I felt inspired one day to go ahead and do a quick study. She also held up pretty well in terms of wax bloom and fading. She looks about the same as she did the day that I colored her in. Yes, I think I took my time a bit more and I was a bit more patient with this one. Because, of course, the more you practice, the more you learn. And I learned from my previous mistakes. And I actually did take my time on this one. But there are still some mistakes. I think that's where I'll end this video because it's getting a bit long. I might go ahead and do a part 2 at a later time, as there are still quite a few drawings in here that I did not get to. So for now, this will be it. If you stuck around through the entire video, I really appreciate that. And if you found this helpful or interesting, consider subscribing or following me on one of my socials. Have a good night or day. Bye-bye.